A somewhat serious topic to talk about today, and joining with me today is Dacier. Hope I said your name right, Dacier. I don't even know anymore. We've said
Close enough.
You told me I could say it both ways, so I'm going to say it wrong. And people were on me all morning because I was complaining on some level about being bored with the game now that I have Professor X, and that was just me saying. And I said it, and people are like, "You said this in your video this morning," and I watched all of your video, and strangely enough, the 1 minute video took me an hour to watch because there was a lot going on. But we talked about some of the things that were not working and were working. Also, you mentioned that you're playing multiple games right now, like Etheria and Marvel Mystic Mayhem, and how that is kind of puts you in a different place. And I'm just going to put this out there. I'm going through a similar experience with Raid Shadow Legends, and I think most OG Marvel Strike Force players are actually playing more than one game. It feels like everybody's got more than one game, and Marvel Strike Force on some level, it's like I've been playing it for such a long time. I've put a lot of time and interest into my characters and my roster, and I've been playing since soft launch because we're on the same server, right? We're both beta players. Like, we've been playing for more than 7 years, and there is a minimal amount of effort that you can put in Marvel Strike Force to keep going on, right? I mean, you can probably log in and out for like a couple minutes, like 10 minutes, and no, 30 minutes. I'd say it's 30 minutes, right? Like, if you don't want to do everything, you could do it in probably 30 minutes, like on a non-war, non-crucible day, where you're not. But I don't know where to start with this video. I think we should talk about the negative zone first, right? I mean, that was where you sent me a message last night. I'm going to pull up what you, and tell me what this means and why you sent it to me.
Yeah, so basically somebody on my Discord channel, let me go ahead and get their name because I don't want to kind of steal credit. It was Counter-Strike. Basically said, thanks for sharing your frustration, basically right after I posted the video last night. And basically said, I agree about the feeling with negative zone and kind of leading into the leaderboard. And he basically made this chart that was more complex than I was expecting. Basically saying there's going to be an astral event, a battle world elite that's going to get you the fiery incarnate orbs. There's negative zone, vigilante event, a cursed tower, a cursed full team. Basically the ladder tower mode that they kind of had basically fed into this as well. And those orb fragments led into the fire incarnate orb. And in order to get those, you need to spend the Red Phoenix Energy, Campaign Energy, Omega Red Phoenix Force, and Crucible Daily Free Claim, which all get you those fiery incarnate orbs, which lead into the 2-week milestones. So this is like far beyond what we had in the past, where we always kind of joked around saying it's like, hey, you got this main event that has a sub event that has these other portions of this sub event that lead into this leaderboard. So this is like that, just on a whole nother level.
Right. And this is the second 2-week event that we've had, and nobody said anything good about the first one, and then the second one even less so, right? It's just not. I mean, I feel like some of these leaderboard events were set up in a way where they were a couple days long. You threw $20 at them, and you placed much higher. And there was a lot of value in spending like that $20. That is gone from these events altogether, especially the one before with the Odin Diamonds. And I said something to you that was very discouraging. Do we want to revisit that part of the conversation?
I think it's important to talk about.
All right.
It definitely is.
One of the number one complaints that I've been seeing in chat today is that everybody played the Harbinger event, every day for, it reset every 20 hours, and they played it for weeks, right? And it's the same thing over and over again. And my comment to you is like, I didn't do that last 2 weeks. I did it 2 days, and I think I got halfway through the second day, and it's like, I can't do this. Like, I don't know what they want me to do, but I'm not doing this. And this is where, probably like a little jab is I got a 1 diamond, make a red, and so did you, right? And no frustration. So I don't know why that is, but like, holy moly, right?
Yeah, I mean, I got more G20 mutant pieces, which, I mean, I have like 700,000 intel, so I could have just bought those and gotten my life back, especially during 4th of July weekend and everything. I think in total out of that 2 weeks, I missed about 3 days, maybe 4. Because when I did the video, I did like the first node. I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. So I just kind of took what I did. I got ranked 2,700, so I got top 3,000. We both got the diamond. I got a little bit more G20, but you got your life. I didn't, which is a lot more valuable in my opinion.
Yeah, and I hate to say this, as I'm playing this right now, I do not have to think. Like, I can shoot this entire video simultaneously play this because I played this so many times, and now it is 16 nodes long, right? With the last 4 having the arena bonuses, and there's no node rewards, and everybody's saying that when I get to the arena part, I'm going to get stuck, right? I'm going to get stuck because we don't have an arena team that's going to work. And the irony of this is then it becomes like a DD, a Dark Dimension situation where it might take several days to get through some of those harder nodes, but there's 18 Harbinger characters that are currently in the game, and you have to take 5. You can't even go in with 3, so you're forced to play only 3 teams a day. I mean, I guess the good news is this is more of a 2 and done situation.
Yeah, they took the rewards off the nodes, which is great, but I'm so burned out from doing a month worth of negative zone. I don't want to do it anymore. So I'm just going to wait until Mr. Fantastic comes out, because I think he's the next character that we're going to be getting for that based on like the little teaser they kind of gave us. Well, so once I get him.
Yeah, Mr. Fantastic's passive probably allows you to run over these nodes. If I'm going to guess, it has to be, right? Because I mean, I feel like most of the Arena MCU team is Mr. Fantastic's passive. I mean, I think they're going to be a great team, useful everywhere. But I was able, I don't know, did you? I was able to, somebody, I don't know if it was you or if it was Dorky on defense on the test server, put up the 3 new ones, Professor X and Shadow King. I was able to beat it with just Mr. Fantastic and 4 randoms. Like, he is the team.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. So he's definitely the passive. Franklin is incredible. Invisible Woman hits like a truck.
Yeah,
she's already making like
I'm
huge
using
waves.
her right now. I use her every day in the arena. She's wild, that's for sure.
Yeah, she's amazing. And you can start with the special if you need to get the ability block. Then it gets the trauma out there because Xavier, so to get defense down. She's amazing. I love her.
Oh no, I've got a team right now that clears the entire board before they take a turn. It's wild. I mean, it's just kind of ridiculous. So so part of the thing is you went through every game mode and the various parts of the game, and you said that you're essentially bored. And now talk about start in a place with it. Like, I think the part of the video that I saw was, you got Professor X, and Arena on some level has become meaningless, right?
Yeah, so as soon as you get Xavier, you basically guarantee top 10, which you and I both top 10. Arena, I just basically go in, I quit out if I remember to, so I can get those battle pass, basically do Arena 5 times. It's just not meaningful in there. Even when we get the Fantastic Four, we still have Xavier, so nothing's going to change. Negative Zone, it's just a crap game mode as far as that goes, because we do it every single day, and it's repetitive. It's not, I'd rather blitz, which is sad to say. I'd rather do like a weekend of blitz sim than go back in negative zone. Is kind of where I'm at. So I've been playing other games like you mentioned, Etheria Restart, Marvel Mystic Mayhem. Marvel Mystic Mayhem, you only need to log in one time a day right now. Etheria Restarts, it's kind of like a Summoner War combined with like a Raid, Shadow Legend, new game. It's like an anime RPG type of thing for that. So I'm having a lot of fun in that one. And it was about 2 or 3 days ago, I realized I really hate logging into the game, and I shouldn't do that when I'm playing a game. So that's kind of why I decided, it's like, well, let me kind of put this in a video format, just kind of talk it through. What's the main issues I'm having with the game, which is why I kind of went through every single game mode that we have in the game right now. So I started with Arena, then went into the leaderboards, the challenges, which I just do that so I don't have to see the red dots. It was kind of where I'm at with that. Negative Zone, the other big thing was the trials. Did you even finish your Quasar trials, or did you kind of stop after you got the milestones?
Oh, no. Once I finished the milestones, I stopped. I mean, to your point, I mean, the leaderboards was based off of cosmetics, right? Not even cosmetics, because I can make a case for cosmetics.
Yeah.
I cannot make a case for the borders, and I cannot.
Right.
And let me say, cosmetics. What they're doing with like Mephisto and Apocalypse, and more recently Endgame Thanos, those are not cosmetics. Those are shaders.
No, they're not.
It's not a cosmetic. That is nothing at all. I mean, if you want to go book and look at like the original Invisible Woman, right? The original Invisible Woman.
Yep.
Versus the skin they gave you, that was a skin that looked good. Same thing with Mordo. There's like the Devil's Peak Mordo, and then they got the MCU Mordo. It's like cool. Like I could actually get behind that. Like one of the skins I don't have, and I think a lot of people don't have, is the Doctor Strange one. A lot of people don't have the Sif one, right? Like let's do that. Not a little ring. What is a ring gonna do for me? I mean, I don't know.
Same with Echo. Like we never got her skin. I don't remember if they even sold the Echo skin when the TV show came out.
Yeah, I don't. Anyways, so I mean, I don't. I guess I'm not trying to be like there's some things I really like about the game right now. I do feel like we have, like, I think Danger Room is a move in the right direction. I feel like even this Harbinger thing would have been fine. Like it would have been fine if it wasn't like every single day for the last month, the same thing. Like I feel like we're getting more little things, like little tower thing, a little thing like that, and it's like more to do. And then the Danger Room 2 is like something to do. I feel like they haven't figured out how to adjust Danger Room in a way where it is meaningfully difficult without being tedious, as opposed to, I was one and done on that. Like
same here.
Yeah, no,
same here. I started with
I loaded in one time and finished it the very first run. I was like, "Oh, I don't know if that was their intent either." I mean, maybe they needed to scale back Old Man Logan so that he wasn't like an auto win. I don't know, but it just it felt weird.
I did a Nightcrawler Old Man Logan, and then I just started grabbing new characters. I had an excess of 5 characters. I think I had like 8 characters, just kind of testing things out in different nodes. I had Sunfire in there for a little bit, Rogue, but yeah, it was basically Old Man Logan, get Nightcrawler, and get the Blood Pact, and you're pretty much good to go.
Yeah, and what I'm trying to say is that part of me really enjoys Dark Dimensions and the time and the planning, and I'm not talking about just Dark Dimensions, but like the process of getting Professor X, the process of getting Super Skrull. And I also used to really enjoy the Scourge system and legendaries. And even though I am super thrilled with Quasar, and I'm glad that we got him, right, but I also kind of hope that let me state it to a different way. Like I feel like it's a long time between now and Annihilus. It's a long time away, and it's like I hope there's going to be another character in between. Because let's say, I just hope there's another chase, another character somewhere in here. Because otherwise I feel like that big grandiose chase that I used to experience with Scourge events on some level is kind of going to be lacking until Annihilus, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously, like the Purple 4, Purple 5 is coming. If they do like another Odin style, I think that would be some good planning to kind of keep us going in the right direction. With the Quasar legendary leaderboards, I put in the video, I think they should put diamonds in there. So if they put diamonds on like the Vigilante, Thunderbolts, that could be something for us to kind of chase on that. They just need something more than like the border cosmetic that they currently have on there, because myself, I used to spend like 3 hours a day for the first few days basically trying to push my leaderboard rank, then do another push at the end. I know you used to kind of do that on stream, where like you would spend so much time on stream doing the trials. Now it's just kind of like a side thought. It's like, okay, I got my milestone, now I can do other game mode type of things. So
Right. And I'm just going to put this out there because I know there's some people going to say that, I'm so far behind, I'm never going to catch up, and there's too much to do in the game. I get that too. I mean, I just feel
yeah.
like there has to be a way of balancing this where, if one, so that people don't feel overwhelmed and left behind and want to quit the game because they're never going to catch up. And then also there's the other end, if someone is playing the game daily and there's not a lot of meaningful things to do, I think there's got to be a better place than where the game is right now.
Yeah, I agree. And kind of going back with like logging in like maybe 30 minutes a day. And when it's not like a war day, it is actually about 30 minutes. I go in on the energy refreshes, if I remember, because I have missed a few energy refreshes. Basically, I go in, I sim raids, I burn my energy, I check the stores, and that's really it on non-war, non-crucible days. So even on crucible days, like the U32, I can get that done in about 15, 20 minutes. War, that takes a bit longer because trying to like make sure you find the right attack so you're not wasting a team type of thing. Danger Rooms, like we said, though, Danger Room is a huge one. I love Danger Room. I think they can make more tweaks to it. I've been saying for a while, I think they should put like boss mechanics in it like they did with like the Xavier and Null.
Yeah.
I think that would be really fun.
Yeah, and I what I'm worried about is a lot of people are probably waiting for the next version of Battle World to be something interesting with Sentry and Void, let's say, like they said Sentry in one of the videos. And I hope that it's more of a puzzle than hitting a wall. Frankly, I feel like Null was a puzzle that we loosely solved with the bleed mechanics, and they've kind of made it a wall where, well, we kind of found a loophole with Mephisto, right? Then it was more about...
it takes like 3 hours.
Some people were really upset that they weren't able to lose, and they would get anomaly detected. But that is not necessarily interesting either. I feel like when it came out and it was that Null, we're fighting against Null, and we would have to go find, Adam Warlock or the original Omega Red and use the basic attack on those to extend the bleeds, and we're trying to get through the damage cap mitigation with bleeds, and it was interesting, right? And then now it's and granted, the Mephisto thing was somewhat of a glitch, but it's like going with Astral and hit auto. Okay, now go in with Vigilantes and hit auto. I don't feel like that was very rewarding either. I don't know. It's just kind of a weird setup. I think if they want to create, how do I say this? Like, if they want us to do leaderboards and spend time tweaking, give us meaningful rewards. And if it's going to be cosmetics, then it better be at least a real costume, not a shader, not a border, right? If they want, because I do feel like there needs to be somewhat optional things to do in the game that where if you do it, you get something that's meaningful, or add G20s in there or something, right? But it's like if it's just going to be a ring, then in some ways a lot of the things in the game are not much different than a calendar, right? You just show up, press a couple buttons, you waste some time clicking and clicking and clicking, and it's not really, it's just a gear roster check and not really any challenge. And they could have just given you a reward from a calendar. I mean, sometimes I feel like some of the events are just set up that way, and it's just not very fulfilling.
Well, even still, I mean, it's a character check also, because like the Harbinger thing, just get the characters. You don't really need to max invest them. Same with the Quasar trial. Just get the characters. You're going to get the milestone anyways. You don't need to fully invest in them. So what's the point in trying to get like 4, 5, 6, 7 stars on these new characters for the legendary event when they're just giving them to you anyways, because it's just a check? So that's another huge gripe I kind of have with the trials and the legendary release method. They kind of got rid of the theory crafting and the fun behind it. So that's why a lot of it is I am actually bored with the game. So that's unfortunate. And
then let me ask you a different question, because I know you had some gripes with U32. And this is, please don't take this as an attack. Was it because you lost or because it was bad? Yeah, because I think you were, I went 2-3, but I absolutely could have won the other 3. Like it was just misplays. And
But you still lost.
Yeah, I went.
But you still lost like 100 ranks.
I went from like 200 probably to like 300 or 400, I think, by the time it was all said and done. But I guess the question is, like, whenever I go into Crucible, and is it because I lost or because it wasn't fun?
So the last U16, because the last one was a U16, I went the 4-0, and I still didn't like it because it felt bad. It's like, okay, so I got more ranks, and all these people lost ranks because of a 1 week thing. I went 0-5. I went from top 100 past the 500s. So I'm in like 560 something for going 0-5, and I don't think that should be a thing.
Did you ever play Star Wars Galaxy? Oh, go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah, whereas like when I did the U16, I went the 4-0. I had this huge win streak going on, and I end up climbing up to like rank 20 or 30 by the time the next season started. And that still is really weird to me. So I just don't think we should gain or lose ranks during the off season, because it's not off season. It's actually very punishing on the player base when the elo system is even terrible during that time.
Right. Yeah. I would say, did you play? They have a different system, but have you ever played Galaxy of Heroes?
I played it a little bit. I didn't like fully dive into it like you, Arnold, or
so
Cubs fan or anything like that.
And I know with the current season system in the Elo here in Marvel Strike Force, this probably would not make sense, but in their Grand Arena, which is basically Cosmic Crucible is a derivative of that, you had to sign up for it. Like if you didn't sign up for it, the event started without you. And so people that abandoned their counts weren't in there. You know what I mean? Like
that would be great.
And then, or if it was like this 32 and you just didn't like it, you just don't sign up for it and you just don't get to play. There were definitely was a significant amount of participation bonus, and but it's structured differently, so it's hard to compare them, right? But it wasn't. If you didn't want to play this week, like let's say you're going to be on vacation, right, or you have a heavy work week or whatever, right? You just didn't sign up for it, and then you didn't play. Like the people that were there that played in Grand Arena actively signed up for it, wanted to be there, and it was none of these dead accounts. People, it was people that wanted to be there, and it wasn't because I know sometimes people quit the game and then they put their hardest roster on purpose, and then they keep dropping, and then then someone that's they get stuck playing up against a person with double their TCP because the abandoned account, they just stop logging in but put the worst defense as possible. They fully turtled. That just wouldn't happen if you had to sign up for it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I think that should definitely be a thing, because like this week would have been a perfect time for me to like not to sign up for. And I have a baby due here in like 2 months.
Congratulations.
I'm not going to be doing thanks. But yeah, I'm not going to be doing Crucible during that week. So I'm going to like tank and go like 0-3 that week, because I'm going to be taking care of a baby. I'm going to be wanting to spend time with them. So I'm going to be tanking hard during that time. So
yeah, we've got one coming in December. So I totally get it. Yeah. 2 months. Congratulations. That's a big deal. All right. Yep. Well, I'm sure there's a lot of opinions on this, and maybe you're in a different place in the game. So put down in the comment section what's affecting you. Maybe you have completely different thoughts on ours. We're just sharing the way we are right now in the game, and I don't think that we have identical thoughts with the majority of the player base. It's just game feels kind of dead right now. It just really does. Kind of feels boring, and a lot of people are saying the same thing. And for me, I think that most of it is burnout with the negative zone from what I'm seeing.
That's a huge part too. That's what I'm seeing. A lot of my comments on my video and everything too is negative zone, and that's more of an end game thing, like what we just talked about.
Yeah, I think I'm going to title the video that negative zone sucks. It's terrible.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Bye for now.